Wenlang could hardly breathe. The words had hit him like a lightning strike. Gao Tu was pregnant. And worse, he had endured it alone. He had never truly understood the depth of what Gao Tu had been facing, and now the reality was unavoidable. Every thought, every heartbeat, every memory collided with the knowledge that he had been absent when Gao Tu needed him the most. He felt a crushing weight of guilt pressing down on him. How could he have been so blind, so careless, so foolish? All those times he thought of Gao Tu as just a quiet, dependable colleague, he had overlooked the silent strength, the unspoken devotion, the way Gao Tu had always been there, even without anyone noticing. And now, learning about the pregnancy, the child growing inside Gao Tu, Wenlang realized how deep his feelings ran. He loved him. He had always loved him, quietly, without admitting it even to himself. Wenlang's mind raced as he imagined Gao Tu struggling alone. He imagined the pain, the exhaustion, the fear. Gao Tu, alone in a small apartment, handling a burden so immense, whispering softly to the life growing inside him. Wenlang could almost hear those whispers. "I will protect you. Stay strong. I will keep you safe." His chest tightened, and tears pricked at his eyes. Gao Tu had never asked for help, never complained, never shown weakness to the outside world. But Wenlang knew that beneath the calm, there was immense struggle. "I should have noticed," Wenlang whispered, voice trembling. "I should have seen. I should have been there." He clenched his fists so tightly that his nails bit into his palms. The guilt consumed him. Each second of inaction now felt like a crime, a betrayal to the man he loved, a betrayal to the child growing inside him. He could not undo the past, but he could act now. He had to. He must. The words 10 million echoed in his mind. Gao Tu's father had offered a solution, an abortion, but Wenlang's heart recoiled at the thought. How could anyone place a price on life? On love? On Gao Tu's suffering and courage? 10 million could never erase the weight of what Gao Tu was enduring. Money could not buy comfort, could not replace care, could not undo the loneliness and fear he had faced. Wenlang's resolve hardened. He would do whatever it took to find Gao Tu and stand by him. No power, no wealth, no obstacle would stop him. As he imagined Gao Tu curled in exhaustion, Wenlang's heart broke anew. He pictured the man pressing his hands to his belly, whispering softly to the child, promising protection and love. Wenlang longed to be there, to hear those whispers, to comfort him, to tell him that he had always been loved. "I'm coming, Gao Tu," he whispered into the emptiness. "I will never leave you. I will protect you. I will love you. Always." The thought of being with Gao Tu, of finally expressing what he had kept hidden for years, consumed him. He could not bear the idea of Gao Tu suffering alone, and he could not forgive himself for having been absent when his love had been most needed. He imagined holding Gao Tu close, feeling the warmth of his body, the steady rhythm of his breath, the quiet strength that had always inspired him. He wanted to whisper the words he had been holding back, the words that could heal, reassure, and bind them together. "Gao Tu, I'm sorry. Marry me. Let me stay by your side forever." Every memory of Gao Tu became sharper, more vivid, more painful. Wenlang thought of the quiet moments at work, the fleeting glances, the small gestures of care and consideration that he had taken for granted. He realized now that those moments had been Gao Tu's way of expressing love, of showing devotion without words. And he had missed it, overlooked it, allowed his own hesitation and fear to blind him. The regret was unbearable, a constant ache that no distraction could ease. He could not stop thinking about the child growing inside Gao Tu. The tiny, fragile life was a living proof of the bond between them, a tangible reminder that their connection could not be denied. Wenlang's mind raced with possibilities, with fears, with hopes. He wanted to be a part of this child's life, to protect it, to love it, to nurture it alongside Gao Tu. He could not allow fear or hesitation to prevent him from claiming what was his heart's desire. The intensity of his emotions overwhelmed him. Wenlang imagined Gao Tu waking in the night, exhausted and aching, whispering reassurances to the child. He imagined Gao Tu pressing a hand to his belly, closing his eyes against pain, whispering softly, "I will keep you safe. No matter what, I will protect you." Wenlang's chest ached at the thought. He wanted to step into those moments, to be the comfort, to be the protector, to be the partner who could ease Gao Tu's suffering. "I'm so sorry, Gao Tu," he murmured, tears streaming down his face. "I should have noticed. I should have been there. I will make it right. I promise." The words trembled, fragile and raw, but they carried all the weight of his remorse and love. He imagined speaking directly to Gao Tu, holding him close and saying the words he had kept hidden for too long. "I'm sorry. Marry me. I love you. I will never leave you again." The desperation, the longing, and the love intertwined in a way that left Wenlang breathless. He realized that he could not delay, could not hesitate, could not allow another moment to pass without action. Gao Tu needed him. The child needed him. He could no longer deny his feelings or wait for the right moment. The right moment was now. Wenlang thought about the journey ahead, the challenges they would face. He imagined the struggles Gao Tu had endured alone, the fears that had kept him isolated, the silent determination that had carried him through unbearable pain. And he knew that he had to step in, had to be the strength that Gao Tu needed, had to show that love could overcome fear, isolation, and pain. The thought of proposing, of making a public declaration of his commitment, brought both fear and hope. Wenlang imagined kneeling, offering not wealth or power, but his heart, his unwavering love, and his promise to protect Gao Tu and their child. "Marry me," he whispered into the void, imagining Gao Tu's eyes meeting his, imagining forgiveness, trust, and love reflected back at him. Every day, Wenlang imagined the reunion, the apology, the declaration of love. He imagined holding Gao Tu close, feeling the warmth and weight of his presence, and vowing to never let him suffer alone again. He imagined whispering endlessly, softly, tenderly, as if every word could heal the pain of the past. "I'm sorry, Gao Tu. Marry me. I love you. I will always be here." The urgency of his desire grew with every heartbeat. Wenlang knew he could not wait, could not falter, could not allow fear to dominate his actions. Gao Tu had endured too much, suffered too deeply, and carried a burden no one else could understand. Wenlang had to find him, to speak, to act, and to claim the love that had been quietly growing for years. Even as the days passed, even as the city moved indifferently around him, Wenlang's mind remained fixed on Gao Tu. Every thought, every breath, every dream was consumed by the need to make amends, to express his love, to offer protection, and to stand by Gao Tu and their child. The desire to speak the words, to offer a promise of marriage, became a driving force that could not be ignored.